Will Denton and Dregs with Wildwood Sap, Wicklash, Edge Prior. Coconut oil. Ugh, gross. You won't get anything like that near my beard. Now, I don't have to put coconut oil in my beer, and you can't make me. So Light's Gift means that our predator doesn't get hit even if he's leaking. I wonder if we could go Strangler with Light's Gift as well, right? And try to pump him up, like go Strangler Thornlord. What do we put behind a Strangler? You're 100% for sketches and go enchant Quick Strangler. Well, we can't choose what we go because we haven't seen them yet. And we've got Dregs in the deck as well. And Stewarts. And you can't go for a spec. It's not like you're like, okay, I've got to make five free throws in a row and we get Predator. I'm going to go for it. Like, you click on the button and they show you what you get to choose. Do I have an ascend or descend? What did we get? No. Light's Gift is pretty good with Strangler. What? Sketches? Okay, I gotta stop reading chat. Oh man, that is so much better. Now I just need to upload the Twitch emote like sub tier list into auto mod, and it'll be perfect. Thanks for the bit, Arrow. Appreciate it. And yes, yes it is. I'm fine with that. Do I save the Wildwood Sap? No, you don't, Panz. The fight doesn't go on long enough. Burn out, little dude. I'll try and save you. Yeah, so Cyberpunk. What do we got? 1 day and 5 hours. This is peaceful. This is like that moment after the stream. Like everything gets really busy, the day starts, everyone's waking up, and then all of a sudden, you know, Mrs. Panz is at work and the kids are at school, and I sit down with a cup of tea. This is what this is like. It's just bliss. There's no monster train, of course, but that makes it even better. It's usually when I watch a backlog of something from YouTube. At the moment, I'm going through hot ones, where the wings are hot and the questions are even hotter. I can't remember the tagline. Resto Debt is probably not needed. Vine Grasp is probably not needed. This is Seraph of Impatient Jerk. So...
Everyone, get in here!
Zergos, my dude, what are you doing up this hour? Isn't it like 6 o'clock in the morning for you? I'd ask you how you're doing, but you'll have to emote it out. Oh, should we release the plebs? Zergos is all hyped. He's hyped. So we can Sting. Sting's okay. If we get Thornlord, Sting's pretty good, and that's what we want to go for. So the question really becomes, how do we win? It has to be a ton of regen, right? How much regen can we get? Apparently a lot. Whoa, Akka, how did you talk? I know why. Oh, those are going to become popular now. Do you care for the spikes? Not really. So I guess anyone with a diamond can tell me how they're going. It's kind of dumb. We need a lot of regen to win when they're going to be dazed. Akka hasn't. You're not aware of the emote only chat going on at the moment. You tried to highlight your message and it did that. Oh, interesting. Apparently, emote only mode doesn't work for VIPs. Oh man, without hair, I can't silence you. All right, let's free freedom for everyone. That'd help me. This is as refreshing as taking off your chastity belt the other day. Isn't that when you're supposed to put it on? I think you're doing it wrong, and that's why it's not getting you the results you require. The clash on Dreg would have been good. Okay, Tiny ruined it. I don't think that's the health gain we're looking for. We need to get a silence tome. I think that's what we're after, but otherwise, no. Now the draft could be okay behind Willy, because we could ramp his damage up a lot. Do we go like double multi? No, we start duping the thing. Wait. We hit caverns first. Yeah, just borrow that. Tell us, eh? Alright. If I put one... Okay, so we're going to have to hold on the drag here. On the draft, I should say, sorry. We'll get around to the Wildwood Saps. We just need to get rid of other cards first. I want to get the Wildwood Saps a little early though. These guys will do some damage, I guess. We also need to get this with Whiplash. Never thought about that. At what stage do we start this? We've only got 25 sap. That's going to be more than enough. Now it's fine. I don't like that it said waves remaining 1, because there isn't, right? I don't like that this is considered a wave. What do you guys think? Because I'm pretty sure on the regular fights it's not. I'm pretty sure on the regular fight the one wave remaining is when you've got a break. And then the boss comes in afterwards, which is the yeah. No, that's the same then, isn't it? No, this was... You know, okay. Yeah, I know, it's a thinker. Oh, he's burning out, really? That's better. I should totally do this as a points channel thing. Is that a deal? I think that's a deal. Is it? It's probably not a deal. How many dupes of this we're getting? We're going to get up to... We've got... Currently we have 25 regen sap. We're definitely duping it. Here and here. So we'll have minimum 45 regen. But if we're spamming for Idiot Seraph, that might not be much. I think max health doesn't help us if we've put Seraph up to like 50 and we've got 40 regen and added a bit of max health. Maybe the plan is not spam. We just have to get good, deals. I hope we can get Thornlord instead of Predator. Because Predators, like with Light Skiff, Predator's unnecessary, I guess. I mean, it stops leaky waves. Get a holdover intent of death for Bob. That ramps up damage really quick. Like Bob puts out a lot of damage. That's 15 times. You kill like 20 things in a run. That's like 300 damage. No, wait, it's more than that. No, it's not. Alright, it's not actually that much. It's good for wave clear though, but we're clearing waves, we're fine. So we're all agreed on a skip then? No one seems to be disagreeing or arguing. In which case then we take draw. If we get Thornlord, we'll have stings, which means we won't really want draw. But what do we want capacity for? I don't really want capacity. Probably still want one draw. If we don't get Thornlord, we definitely want draw. Alright. Let's see if chat can be good. Oh, would you look at that? Well, I wonder if we want Unconsume instead. Oh man, really? What does Predator... What's the advantage on Predator? Double damage. That's all we get is double. That is terrible. Well... No, it's pretty bad. Do we get more with Thornlord? Yeah, that's right. Thank Panz you can talk again, Valkyrie. You're not going to stop showing me your sausage, are you, man? Okay, so an advantage for Predator is if you don't kill stuff, it doesn't hit you for a turn. Advantage for Strangler 2. A few extra hit points. Devour Souls needs a holdover. And also it's not a priority unit. So you don't, you've got to get to it. Which we probably would early. So the biggest problem is if we take Strangler and we don't get given Thornlord. This sucks. But we'll take Predator. We'll get multi. It does mean that our draft will also be quick, which also means nothing. Or... Yeah, Rage Slime, but we didn't take capacity. So now we have a difficult choice. We either go for a second double stack, or we go for a remove consume. We're going to be hitting a magic store pretty much everywhere. Except maybe there, because we want to remove, right? I want to hit Caverns too, see if we can get a silence time. Means we go there. It's probably best to not ask his run. You're not sure how this wins with a lot of regen. Like regen is pretty good, you know. Why not double stack and remove consume? Costs too much. Well, we're going to be spending the Ember on attack. I mean, I suppose eventually, if I get all the attacks down. No, because I'll be spending it on these ones as well. Although if I don't put it on those ones, maybe that's a thing. How does multi-strike work for them when they don't get to hit? So I think the most awkward thing right now is we've got Predator, which makes us go fast when they're there. We get the second turn in, I guess. Man, no Thornlord sucks so hard. Maybe take Thorn on heal guy since he sucks at leaking big guys. We don't leak at all. What are you talking about? What game are you playing? Combustible Wax would be a good artifact because it means we could just play the draft and not have to worry about having Whiplash in the deck. Although they're starting to hit for a lot. We're going to beat him out here. Nice. Huh. I still don't know if I want to Root Seeds him, because if he does burn out, which he will eventually, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Naughty Pine. Your backseat game is freaking out as you watch the YouTube vids of The Long Dark. Where are you up to? And have you played it? So is that why? Or because you're just enjoying it and you're yelling at the screen? Oh, we just forged the bear spear. You'll know from all the arguments that I had with heaps of people while doing it. I don't want to spoil though. Do I want to wake for 3 regen? No. Do I want focus draw for more draw? Probably not. Let's just say I'm glad I had all that toilet water. I never went looking for the ringing phone. Yeah. Well, it stopped ringing. That was the thing, it stopped ringing. We did work out where the ringing phone was, though. Survival in that? Yeah, man. Holdover on Whiplash. Nah, I don't think... yeah, maybe that's damage, but I don't think we need that. Ah, Jeff's got something. I'm 10 kg overweight and chat's freaking out. One of the things that I've come to be okay with most of the time being overweight, overweight allowance in a survival game. You're moving around fairly slowly anyway. Now, it does drain your energy a bit quicker, so you might need to sleep more often. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's the only maybe that I could think of. Right? But I don't think, like, even if it does mean you've got to sleep a bit longer, usually you get, like, what I've been finding in it is I get to a location and it's a couple hours left in the day and my dude's exhausted now. So I've got to sleep a little bit earlier, but I wasn't getting to the next location anyway. So if being within my weight limit means that we walk a little bit faster, so instead of getting to the location with 2 hours left, we get to the location with 4 hours left. We're not going to another location because there's not enough time, right? All we can do really is go outside and chop up some wood, which we don't need because we're carrying it anyway. We're already going to be repairing clothes into the night and doing other things, and then, you know, so just sleeping for 10 hours instead of 8 hours, like, it just doesn't matter, right? But it means you get to hoard all the stuff you find. Oh yeah, the case that what's the name gives you. We can merchant a magic stuff cheaper. We can get a burnout for what's his face. We probably don't need those. Removal of things. Caverns could be okay though. But I think we just go this way. Just build a sled. I know, right? Lazy bugger won't build a sled. Let's put that there. And I think that will be nice. But otherwise, you know, again, I don't think we need the draft, but I'm glad we've got it. I'm pretty sure, though, Mackenzie's, like, especially during the day, he's too focused on just getting alive, right? And for all the other stuff, I think he's just... I don't think he cares to sit down and try and open it. And I don't blame him. I wonder if now... I'm going to get punished here. How often do I draw... We're drawing 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 4 turns. Okay, we'll draw the Whiplash, right? Although pumping up the sweeper's not terrible. They should have gone on the bottom floor. He's going to have heaps of energy now. Or armor. I wonder if I should have been Whiplashing Wildenton all this time as well. Oh, this one. Wrong one, Panz. Oh, I want to draw, though. I could walk faster and spend my extra time melting snow. That would take more real time though, like Panz time, because I'd have to actually do that, whereas collecting the toilet water is like click. And even though you walk slower, I don't think that's as slower as having to interact with making the snow and stuff. Not making the snow, you know what I mean, like making the snow into potable water. Have I seen the film Tenet? Tenet? The one with the upside down stuff? I know of the film. I haven't seen it. He's good. Getting all wordsy for not a lawyer, Chromo. No, before Chromo sees this, we're not picking channel song. Potable. And then we have to take it. What did you put on that? Revenge. Alright. Yeah, so I think from the way I'm playing the game point of view, I would much rather walk slower. And at the end of the day, if it means I've spent the same amount of real world time, but all I've had to do is walk slower instead of actually having to make a whole bunch of water, I'm totally okay with that. Plus, you remember, if you want to stay underweight, you have to stay completely underweight. Once you go overweight, you're only a little bit slower if you keep going overweight. Right? Eventually, I think it gets to like a really big disadvantage. You just don't go that much overweight, right? Which means I can pick up more soft drink, I can do other things. If I kill a deer or a wolf, I can grab 2 kilos of meat. You can't wait to see me inevitably stab the bear in the face. Oh man, you're going to regret saying that. There's people in chat that were here for that. Yeah. No spoilers. Nutty Points watching it on YouTube. Hey, okay. So, without spoiling, who remembers the 30 minutes after that bear fight? When we like exactly what happened afterwards. Right? I didn't include that in that video. I cut that bit out and attached it to the start of the next play session. So it's not cut out completely. I thought the bear was painful to watch. The bit after the bear was that was something else. Like that was something else. Hey, look, we can get another multi-strike. No, like... When do I fight the bear? If we've just made the bear stick, probably soon, I think. Are you in... There's a few skirmishes and stuff, and then there's... I think it's in the radio parts video, which is like the next one, right? Your favorite is the critique of the QTEs, the one that I avoid by just letting the character die and then reloading. I have the bear stick and are walking along train tracks. Okay, yeah, you're getting towards bear country. Wait, have I repaired the bear stick? Yeah, okay. I forged it in the truck repair shop? Yeah, yeah, okay. It actually gets pretty good after that. I think you'll approve. You can't stab the... It's not a stabby spear. It's a real big heavy-duty pike spear. So you pick it up and shove it in the snow and then lean it forward and hold it up into something that's charging at you, like a bear. Isn't that a polearm? I guess so, I don't know. I'm getting good at shooting the wolves. Yeah, I kind of worked out something with those. That they're jerks. When I first got the bear pole, I tried to use it, and the guy picks it up, he goes, ugh. I'm like, what am I supposed to, like, and it was so slow, he's like, ugh. I'm like, what is he gonna do? Like tap it on the head and be like, no, bad bear. And it wasn't till something happened and I'm like, oh, I get it now. I think hitting both of those is pretty good, right? Except now I don't hit both of them. Let's wait. Oh man, I don't know if we can take... Oh, we're in trouble. Predator doesn't gain hit points. The Strangler starts with base hit points of 30. Right. Thornlord 2 gains hit points. Seraph one-shots us. Well, that was fun. It's going to have to be Cycle of Life. And we're going to have to draw it really early. We're going to have to get one, that's right. that's the problem. Oh wait, go there. Yeah, so the original plan was be Thornlord, and then it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, we can still get a Cycle of Life right here, but then we're reliant on like drawing it on time. Oh! I don't know if adaptive is I don't know if we can get damage up high enough with adaptive. I don't think we do that. Okay, so we're going to need to put heaps of... We're going to have to constantly be putting dregs in front of us as well. We might need capacity for this one. Because we can't ever have 2 stacks of stuff. So the biggest problem is that the boss, Seraph has a chance of going to a lane that we don't have enemies on, in which case then he puts melee weakness before he leaves, and then he puts melee weakness when he returns. And if we don't get hit, we don't drop them. And we get one shot. Is adaptive better? No. We don't have rage. It'd be too hard to make it happen soon enough. And even then, I don't think we make it happen. Seraph applies a melee weakness every turn. And if there's no enemies on the floor that Seraph is going to, he will put it on the floor that he's leaving. As long as I keep dregs in front, yeah. Which we can do a little bit. But I think it means we need to go... Means we don't dupe. I think we can get our regen up high enough anyway, but it means we don't dupe one of them. It means we're going here. We're not removing anything, I don't think. How many cards do we get down to? It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. You always thought of Seraph as a she? I mean, the lore says he. Same with like Little Fade. Everyone calls it like a guy or a boy or something, but all the story stuff says she. It's definitely a -1. And we're looking for like a holdover. Means we can only play one. Well, I start minusing one the Wicklashes. So one of the options is Strangler 2 and leave it up to the draft to do all the work. Remove Mega aggressively? What am I removing? I've got Wicklashes and draw cards. Okay, so Strangler 2... Okay, I can go back to a emote chat. So Predator's not so bad because it gives us a second turn as quick to kill off the enemy units. Strangler 2 gives us that base hit points, and since we're going to be putting all of our buffs on the draft anyway, we don't need the multi-strike with Predator, right? So I'm going to do that. Now, we want to be keeping a drag in front anyway. And I would like to be playing Root Seeds as much as possible so we can draw more cards. Although you're only drawing the Root Seed. No, that's not true. Is it? You're keeping everything cycling, man. Even Edge Pry is good because it's blocking. Hey Tom, how you doing, man? What's wrong, Kizron?
You're unbelievable.
Google, thanks for the 300 biddies, man.
Hey chat, did you know you can still chat if you just choose bits? Neat trick, huh?
Right, so if I draw Root Seeds, I don't draw more Root Seed. I don't get more draw. But we're only playing Root Seeds to buff as a buff card, right? We don't get an incant value off it because we didn't get Thorn Lord. And we'd rather have Wicklash. Did emote only break? No, mods and VIPs can talk. But they also understand that because it is in emote only chat, if they were to say something that was, unstreamer be happy friendly, they would lose said diamond. He costs 1 to play though. I think that's one of the biggest issues. Oh, this is fun. Oh no, they're restoring their health if they move up. think we need that this time round, right? It's not for this fight. I've been really lucky with the collectors. Okay. I think we may have been able to do Seraph without Cycle of Life because of the capacity and the dreg thing. I wouldn't have liked to have tried though. It also means that we wouldn't be able to... I mean, because we took, what we call it, and we got up to 50 max HP. Second spike, eh? That'd be nice to get thingy in a spike. I don't think it matters, but I wonder if it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. Although drawing into the dregs isn't as good because it only lasts for 2 turns. Weakless recruitment. Now, it comes down to if there's a dupe or not, and I don't think there is. Like, we're not duping. The only reason we'd be duping Cycle of Life would be if we got it reduced. But then do I want to be playing 2 Cycle of Lives a turn instead of Wickless Recruitments? Because really, we just need to get it played a couple times. And we could probably stop holding over it. Maybe. I still want to make other stuff cheaper, and we don't have anything to do over there. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. And the first time you heal, draw a card. That's at the end of combat we heal, so we're going to usually be drawing 10 anyway, but if we don't get anything better to play, We could actually remove consume on like that one and go 10 at a time for 2 energy. Yeah, it might spike it. Do I want to hold over on something like... Nah, that one? Probably not. We could hold over Whiplash, but I don't think we need to. Kind of feels like we want to just cycle through. Put a -1 on another spike. Or just put it on a card that we want to have -1'd. We could still hold over, but I don't want to. Lightstone was pretty good. So I think Root Seed is the slow card. I think because it's Draft and we've got Wicklash, I think that's better. But is there a dupe? I think there is a dupe. And I think it's the... Is it the Draft? So we can get a Draft going? It's definitely not another spike. Chromo, I'm going to take your diamond if you keep backseating that hard.
You're unbelievable.
Wow, see with the biddies.
Can I have his diamond?
Thank you for the 100 bits, man. Look, you got to... How was work, dude? I mean, that's proactive. For $1 seems cheap. I don't know. Wahaha has been very generous to the channel. Put out a lot of gift subs. You know, continually, without fail. Gets his own subscription to the channel. A huge supporter. Much love, dude.
You're unbelievable.
How about $2?
And you know what? I think I can just give you your own. I think you've got it now. Let's see. Type something, Bwaha 9000, and how's Skippers? Chromo, you don't want to wait a minute. You might actually lose your diamond. Wait, when did you get a sub? Oh, did you just actually sub? Was there no sub notification because it's a mode only chat? That can't be right. Chromo bought his own sub. Oh, look, that's enough to pull everyone out of. Look, Chromo's done a good thing, chat. Everyone thank Chromo. I have just removed a mode only chat because of Chromo. Merry Christmas, Chromo. Happy Hanukkah. And safe holidays for everyone. Alright, now I'm going to make this decision, and I'm going to try and make it without chat interfering, otherwise we go back into a mode-only chat. Tiny's on the case, that's it. I think there is a lot of good options here. I don't want it to be holdover on the cycle of life. duped. I don't want it to be a Whiplash, and I don't even know if I want it to be a Draft. We have a 20 card deck. Although we're not drawing extra quick now because of Root Seeds, but we're not having Root Seeds get in the way. I think like a Dreg's a bad option. Or a Sting is a bad option. I think even one of the unconsumed Wildwood Sap's a bad option. Potentially the Wildwood Sap is a good option. Because it gives you an extra Wildwood Sap, because we're going to need the regen if we take a hit from Seraph. But it's unlikely we take an early hit from Seraph if we draw Dregs. The extra Dreg to cover an extra melee weakness. By that stage, hopefully we've had Cycle of Life, and we should have, because that's, you know... How high will Idiot Seraph's damage go? Fairly high? I don't know. I'm going to take the extra Wildwood Sap to get us going early. But it's a consumable one, so we don't keep getting it. Now we have this option of Sap Tap, I think is better for draw now. Because we're probably not going to be drawing 10. Since we're not going to be playing lots of Root Seeds. But we will have that extra draw at the start. And there is a Purge option. Which I think goes to... you. No, what I said is that if an unnamed person could offer advice and get to an attempt to deliberately put chat back into emote only so they can go back to lurking, they would get banned. But only for a minute, because they pay money. And I like having them around. Because they pay money. Okay. So the key here is that we need a second drag. However, a second drag right now will ramp his being an idiot. But this is a good start. Oh, here's a problem though. Because we don't draw so much, we potentially might not draw into a Whiplash. No, we're going to draw 7 per turn, right? So we're guaranteed, except we've got a holdover. I think we have to take this risk here. Oh wait, it's this turn because of one turn. I misspelled Wahaha's name so they didn't get the diamond? Wait, really? What did I do wrong? Who'd I give the diamond to? I went Wahaha. Wait, is it Bwaha? Bwa? Ha ha ha. Oh, I put an extra ha in there. That's because Bwahaha is extra special. Bwahaha. Let's try that one. We are back in business. Also, there's a drag. And I want to draw an extra card, so let's do that. I want to draw an extra card, so let's just do that. So we have a melee weakness. I think we have to place a draft every time, though. Which is going to ramp him by 3, because he'll do the melee weakness after he's burnt out. Really, it's from a lowercase b? It didn't work? That's... Okay, let's go again. 3rd time's a charm. Extra bit. You almost got a double B there. We definitely don't want to get a 2nd stack. Which I think means we need to get hit, right? Yeah, he applies it when he leaves. So it means if we want to avoid a melee weakness, we've got to put it down now. Because I probably don't want to have 2 stacks. I can deal with 2 stacks. Oh, maybe I have to take a diamond off someone. I can do that. I'll do it after this run. There'll be someone who doesn't even come up to the channel anymore. Yeah, so to avoid getting it, I have to put down a dreg while he's there, or whiplash a dreg on an off turn. Okay, so I think now all I have to do is actually just get hit, right? We okay with getting hit? Kizron, you never had a diamond and you know it. So the question is, can I handle a shot with 2 melee weakness? And the answer is no. Okay, Seraph's going to the bottom floor, and we don't see him again until the Relentless turn. We have 1 stack of melee weakness, so we're going to take 64, and we have 49 regen. Our draft's doing almost 300 a turn. I don't want to hold over Cycle of Life anymore. Hey Nani, how you doing? Dude, Nani, you'd understand this. I've died to this before, and I'm lucky I remembered it this time. Because Seraph... And I got screwed. Last time I got screwed, I wasn't running a 1-floor setup. I had 2 floors going. But Seraph random 50-50 the empty floor. So put a stack of melee weakness on my tank before he left. And then obviously when he comes back, he puts another one on, and we got 1 shot. And there was nothing I could do about it. Even though that tank had heaps of regen and stuff, right? Yeah, and I think that... And I was salty. I was definitely salty. But it just goes to show, like, it's... I don't like that the bosses can do their thing before or after. I think it needs to be very specifically one and only one. And if they're going to go to an empty floor, tough. They can get there and do it on an empty floor. No, you can avoid that. You need to have units on all 3 floors at the start of that turn. Because that way if Seraph goes to a floor with units, I'm pretty sure he won't... even then, I can't confirm. I'm almost positive he won't do it on the as he's leaving. Later, Nutty Pine. Only if the unit's not die. Yeah, so that's the thing too. Like his lines are really powerful. Like you get shade wings that are doing 60 damage. So if you just put down an imp or a morsel to try and keep the line full, the enemies will just kill him. But I even think Daedalus and Talos and everyone else, you know, and the Fells and whatnot, they shouldn't be allowed to choose before or after. I think it should be a set. Whether it's a surprise I'm here and then they do it, or it's they do it before they leave, fine. But I think it needs to be standard across the bosses, and it needs to be like a hard, you know, rule set. Doesn't matter what's happening. It's either before they get to the lane or after they move. Yeah, I don't know about the telegraph to where they're going. I kind of see it though, because the rest of the fight is the rest of the fight is guaranteed. We know what's happening. So the argument could be the bosses need to be similar. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you remember it, Nanian, but on one of your videos, you mentioned that someone in Discord said that Talos had a pattern and it was blah, 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 blah. And then during your fight, you're like, I don't know if she stuck to the pattern. She didn't. The person in Discord was wrong. It's a fairly old VOD, though. I mean, a couple months, I guess. I don't know. Every time someone says... I've been lucky, right? Where every time someone's like, I've worked out the pattern. They're going to this floor next. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I don't play into that. I just sort of hedge and play as if I was normally playing anyway. And one time the person even raged, like, I told you it's going here, why didn't you do this? And then the boss didn't go there. And I'm like, oh, good thing I didn't do that, you know, type of situation. At some stage, someone will say, I've worked out the pattern, the boss is going here and then here. And they've got a decent chance of getting it right because you've just got to hit a 50-50 twice, right? So it will happen. And they'll be like, see, I told you. It'll be like, it's not because you've worked it out, dude. It's because you hit two 50-50s.